The app wants to
We're
do
on.
what it wants to do, Marco.
I didn't understand app. Who is
Hey,
app anyway?
that app, these apps,
That
those apps,
there is an app
our
for
apps,
that.
their apps.
There is an app for that. But hey,
There is.
where are you? You're in a pretty place. Is that Mount Fuji?
I'm,
Are you in
I'm about to
Japan?
go swimming. I'm I'm
Yeah,
gonna take the jacket off and jump in to the
I
lake.
see a little. I see a little snow. I don't know.
A
You
little
ready?
snow. There's some ski runs back there as well.
Really?
So some really good skiing going on here. So not that I get to know this season. I'm
Well, you have to keep
I'm off
yourself
the
in.
mountain from that perspective right now. But anyway,
You have to keep yourself in good shape for a
I
lot
know.
of walking coming up really soon.
No yard sale wipeouts on the mountain before RSA conference. That's for sure.
That's what
We'll
we're
head back.
here talking about
I
RSA
know.
conference and all the big plan that we have. And just to get used to it, I'm not as far in the wild as you are, but I wanted to kind of test all the gears that we're going to bring with us. We've been talking about it for a few days now. We've been trying to different lapel mics and connection, and I think we're good. We're light. We're traveling light, but we
We're
got all we
traveling light.
need.
I can think back to the multiple cameras and the bags of batteries that I'd lug around to uh,
Oh my
to
God.
capture good stuff. But
I
it's
I
amazing
remember
when
Singapore. I remember RSA conference Singapore where you said, "Can you grab my bag and move it here?" And I said, "Sure." And then I was like,
through your
"Are
back
you
out.
kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm not carrying
Uh,
that thing." And
right?
we went around the whole day with that thing, and I don't know how you did it.
I don't know either. Yeah.
No,
But
light.
we're traveling lighter now. Now it's all about getting to the right spot and connecting with the right people and having the right conversations.
Yeah,
So it's gonna
absolutely.
be fun.
And I'm
It's gonna be
excited
fun.
about it.
I know we've had two. One of them's coming next week. We've already published our kickoff episode with Linda and Britta. Kind of gives an overview of the art of possible. It's a theme that I love. I mean, it's I love art, and when you can connect it to technology and everything we're doing in cybersecurity, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and then I think our episode with Cecilia is coming in a couple days, and that one talks about the future. She's the futurist at
She
RSA conference.
she challenged me into looking in the future, and I asked her some hard question. But she's been doing this for a while. She's been doing all these things about the university, the students at RSA conference, all the launchpad, the sandbox, and I think we got a little confusing on too many sandbox and
There's a
what
lot of boxes to
what is
sand,
what.
but it's
But
cool.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
was good.
the point is there's a lot of innovation, startups and people pre-seed, post-seed with funding, pitching judges, presenting their wares in, uh, in, in the expo. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. I mean, lots of stuff. And
And
hopefully
it
we get to
is
talk
like
about
it's like really looking into the future. And I made this joke many times when we were covering CS. Like you got all the technology, all the different aspect of it, and you're really looking into the future. All the innovators are there. Of course, RSA conference is focused on cybersecurity, but you know what? There is a lot of technology, and there is a lot of I'm gonna have to say AI.
We talked about that actually. About everything has AI and everything. Every conversation, presentation seems to touch on AI in some fashion. What I found cool as I mean, I spent the last few days pulling together who I want to talk to ahead of the conference, or who we get to talk to ahead of the conference, and there appears to be a lot of researchers, a lot of people from university, a lot of people from government, looking at law and policy and ethics and a lot of the stuff that we probably don't talk enough about when we're looking at security programs. And this goes to the heart of my show, where I really truly believe that the InfoSec team, the CISO and their team have a lot of knowledge and a lot of data to help the organization that they're working for operate safely and actually embrace technologies like AI in a way that's powerful and meaningful and still safe. So it's great to see. I think a lot of the people that I just mentioned, or the roles that I just mentioned, will have a huge impact in how we do that. We can't regulate our way out of this. I think
Yep.
we have to
With that,
architect our way into the
with
world.
that, with that said, I think we can dive into what we're going to be doing there. You kind of already went there, but when we were going together in the past few days about who we're going to talk to, we said, you know what, let's invite pretty much everybody, because we can always take whatever angle we want, right? There is the societal aspect, there is the innovative aspect, the innovation, the creativity, there is all of that, and there is, of course, the more technical and cybersecurity related conversation. And we're going to have that, and that as well. And we're going to do it in many different forms. So, and that, there's this, and that. And it's a yes and yes. And yeah, and we're going multimedia. Like, we change kind of our tagline is not at the intersection of technology, cybersecurity, and society, even if it still is, obviously. But it's about connecting minds, broadcasting ideas, and really looking into the future. I think we're wearing our futurist hat.
Yep.
And we know there is a lot of amazing people there. So we're going to have conversation in Broadcast Alley, which I'm really excited about. We're going to have the entire crew there, so we don't have to be the one holding the camera like we're doing right now and miking ourselves. We're going to have actually professional people sitting there. We're going to have our guests showing up, and we know that it's going to look and it's going to sound amazing. So an open invitation. We already have a few actually booked, some interesting name. Very, very excited about that. But we still have a few spots. So if you're listening right now, just get in touch with us here on LinkedIn or on ITSP Magazine, the page, and where it says advertise right in the navigation. And we will love to have you on to talk about what you do, your brand story, and it's going to be a beautiful way to share it with the entire community. So that's the one. And then what is the other that?
One of us is breaking up on the signal here, but yeah. So I think what I'll go to is kind of what I was leaning in on. And so yes, we haven't left the intersection, but I think what we're highlighting in our new tagline is the connecting minds and broadcasting ideas. I really, as we lead up to, it's our Chats on the Road series, right? Where we lead up to the actual event, where we have conversations with keynotes and panelists and speakers and workshop leaders and other thought leaders in the industry participating as official speakers and whatnot, official participants, not just attendees, but people participating, presenting at the conference. Connecting different people in different ways to talk about the different topics that highlight what they're doing there, but also present things in a different way. And for me, that's super exciting. I'm excited to hear how somebody from one session thinks about the topic in conversation with somebody from another session. Of course, there's my simple mind that brings my own 2 cents into the mix, and then you have your brilliant mind, Marco, where you take us to a whole nother level of looking at the future and looking at things philosophically, which is cool. So I'm really excited that I'll have to shout out to RSA Conference. They pulled together some amazing people, and I'm excited to get to chat with some of them and have some conversations in our Chats on the Road. So expect to see some of those coming out as we lead up to the May 6th. I said May 3rd the other day when we were talking to Cecilia.
Because they're too excited about it.
I am very excited about it. So excited I'll be there on the 3rd.
Exactly. So
I'll just be
that
waiting
again,
outside.
that again, what you just said, if people are actually presenting there, obviously the chats on the road are either for organizer or people that are keynoting or having a panel or having a presentation there, because our job is to fill that room up, right? So whenever there is something going on the stage, we want people to know enough that they know it's going to be cool. We're not going to give the ending of it, but we're going to have people showing
I
up.
try to get them to do the end, but they can't.
No, well, it's I don't want them to. You still want to go watch the whole movie. And so if somebody that is listening right now, and I know a lot of people that are actually even part of ITSP Magazine, they have a presentation there, we haven't got in touch about it yet, then you want to share it before, again, let us know. I mean, this is a way for us to tell you all the things that we're doing there and how to get involved, right? Either you are a company that wants to promote their product, their idea, their innovation. That's the Broadcast Alley. Again, we're going to do briefing, audio, on location. And but there's also the usual fun part, which is to
Yes.
connect with our friends,
The
with
other
people.
that.
I don't know if we're gonna have a line of 5 or 6 people all together, because again,
We went
we're
nuts.
not
That goes back
bringing
to the
6
backpack scenario
microphones.
where I have
Exactly.
the 8 mic audio interface,
Uh,
and all the gear that
yeah.
makes that happen. We're not doing that. We'll be a little more engaged and direct and simple. Few
Yep.
people at a time,
But
and
it's gonna be spontaneous.
I still see the balcony, Moscone West. I still see that happening. I still see the hallways where we're allowed to film per union rules. I still see Yerba Buena Garden.
Yep.
Lots of fun stuff. Fun
Crossing
places
my
to record.
finger for the weather, for the good
I know.
weather, like last
It's
year. Last year was an amazing
no,
weather.
no rain, no snow, no fog.
It's
Just
actually a
sun.
little too hot, which is
Let's
kind of
ask for the
weird.
wind to be down as well. Not too much wind.
Yeah, yeah. So there is that as well. Now, because of course we want to keep this relatively short, which is
Yeah.
already over
You're gonna
10
hang up
minutes,
on me?
because I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna just crash the phone, kind of like the guitar, like the Who. And no, what I want to do is I want to take this last couple of minutes to kind of make a call to action coming from you, because we've been doing it when we have this conversation with people there. Well, another one we didn't mention is the chat that I had with the village
Right.
sandbox, the airspace village, and it was a very, very energetic conversation with Henry Davison and Liz Worthington. And when Henry is involved, it's high energy. There is no
The energy
questions
goes up.
about that. And it was going to go everywhere.
Passion runs through for sure.
Yeah. So the thing that I'm asking you is what I asked the guest, which is make your call to action. You got your 2 minutes to bring everybody not only to RSA Conference but to participate with us. And
Well,
3,
here's
2,
what I'll
1,
do.
go.
Here's what I'll do for that, Marco. Because the people may not know, and I'm not saying this to get sympathy or anything, but I mean, it's a lot of work trying to figure out what do we want to talk about, who do we want to talk about it, where is that going to happen, is it on location, is it pre-event, is it post-event. I spend a lot of time thinking about that, and I'm human, I guess is the point I want to make here, and I want to make sure that what we're pulling together is what people want to hear and see. So my call to folks watching this and listening to ITSP Magazine and Redefining Cybersecurity podcast is, what do you want to hear? Do you want to hear executive level? Do you want to hear SOC analyst level? Do you want to hear policy? Do you want to hear incident response? Do you want to hear ethics? Do you want to hear, pick your topic. I want to know. So if you have something you want to hear, is there a session or two that interests you and you want to do a side dive, not a deep dive because we're not going to give away the session, but a side dive on that topic, we can do that. So that's my call to folks listening: is tell me what you want us to cover, and I, along with Marco, of course, will do our best to make that happen. So that's my call. Hopefully people chime
Yep,
in and
and I,
think.
I'm going to jump on that call because I go back to the first time that I show up a long time ago to RSA Conference. This is going to be my 10th, I believe, years there, and how I was not an IT or a cybersecurity expert, but I was an expert in something else. And we saw the connection, right? The whole societal involvement, the everyday things that we do, the technology we use for fun, for business, for connecting with others, for the community, for the government, for anything. And my point is, everybody that is there is an expert, right? Even the people that are just walking through is an expert. So not only if you're presenting, not only if you're keynoting, but also if you have some opinion, if you have something to say, take the call that Sean just made and let us know. And not only what you want to hear, but also if you have something to say. We may just be happy to share a few minutes, either there in person or in a panel in the future. It is about the community, and everybody's bringing a different piece, different corner, and it is the art of possible, which means enable everybody to be part of this.
So I'm going to direct everybody to itspmagazine.com/RSAC. That's our coverage page. Scroll down a bit on that page. You'll see all the stuff we're doing, all the conversations we have planned, when we'll be in broadcast alley. So if you want to swing by during those times, Moscone North, down by the entrance to the expo, come by during those times and say hi. You'll see when we're going to be in the press and media room doing our briefings with some of the vendors. So if you're there, stop by and say hi to us there. And outside of those 2 times, we're going to be running around the halls and outside Yerba Buena. And find us, grab a hug, take a selfie, say hi, and tell us what you're thinking.
Yep. And with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye and see you soon.
Cheers, everybody. Ciao.
Cheers. Bye-bye.